This next run has a very long category name that I knew was going to go off the screen at first. That doesn't look too bad now. We have our second run from organMike. They'll have a third one following up right after this. And we've just about got everything set up. And I will pass the proverbial mic over to organMike right now. Please do take it away.
Thank you, Ali. Alright. The Bard's Tale Trilogy. We're not doing the whole trilogy today. Just the first game. Which is why it ends up with a very long title. So yes, there's all sorts of different ways you can play this. There's 3 games, it's a trilogy. I'm sure you're all surprised to hear that. So Tales of the Unknown, The Destiny Knight, Thief of Fate, Tales of the Unknown is Volume 1. They're all excellent games in their own right. And I do them all back to back from time to time. You can transfer your characters with all their power and abilities and equipment from one game to the other. What I should do before I begin is acknowledge that where I sit right now, where I live, work, and play, is Treaty 1 territory, the homeland of the traditional homeland of the Anishinaabe, Anishinaabe, Inanuak, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and the heart of the Red River Métis Nation, and I wish to acknowledge the continuing harm that colonialism has done to these people and their cultures, and hope that my actions here have some small mitigating effect to that continued harm. Alright, and the water I will be drinking a lot of, because I'm dealing with a cold, comes to me from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation, a community which only very recently, despite supplying the city of Winnipeg with water for over 100 years, has only very recently received access to its own clean water. So, with that acknowledged, Tales of the Unknown. So we're only going to do the first game. They have this lovely thing called Legacy Mode, where you can play it like it played back in the 80s, like it says. Various things here that we're not going to actually touch. You know, no auto map. You can only save at the guild instead of everywhere. Various things that smooth out the differences between the games. But, we're not doing that. We're playing it full-on modern mode. With all the modern conveniences. Things like it doesn't take quite so long to get experience and all that fun stuff. So, the game does not start right. Timer does not start here. Timer will start when after our characters are created. So, still got a couple minutes. Time for a dramatic reading. The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day. When evil fled and brave ones bled, the Dark One came to stay. This cutscene was actually in the original game. It didn't look quite so nice, obviously. But yeah, animations, motion, music, of castle walls and torchless halls, and the price we had to pay. And those little inset animations. Till those of old for blood and gold had rescued Scarabray. Yeah. And we get a lovely little introduction to the game. This part was added for the remaster. Remaster's 2018. They obviously did not call the first outing Volume 1. It was just Tales of the Unknown. The Legend of Scarabray. This was actually in the game manual. Long ago in the land of Caith, when magic still prevailed, the evil wizard Mangar the Dark threatened a small but harmonious town called Scarabray. Overnight, all the town's militiamen disappeared, and Mangar froze the surrounding countryside with a spell of eternal winter, totally isolating it from any possible help. As evil creatures oozed into the sewers to join Mangar's shadow crusade, the future of Scarabray hung in the balance. And who was left to resist? Only a handful of unproven young warriors, some junior magic users, a couple of bards barely old enough to drink, and a few out-of-work rogues. You, meaning me, are the leader of this ragtag group of freedom fighters. Luckily you have a bard with you to sing your glories, if you survive, for this is the stuff of legends. And thus, the story begins. So yeah, and it gives us some information because, again, the game was originally made in 85 and was remastered in 2018. The attitude of games towards their players and players towards their games changed a lot in that time. So first thing we're going to do is delete the pre-made characters. We don't need them hanging around getting in the way. I'm going to create 3 new party members. If anyone wants to suggest a name, I'm going to start with... yeah, thanks. It's not older than I am. Start with a Hobbit Rogue. So what I'm rolling for is dexterity and hit points. So this will be Fleet. Makes sense. We'll create another character. What do I want here? I want a bard, so it can't be a half-orc. Yeah, an elf. We'll take an elf. We'll take an elf bard, because we can get high dexterity on that. Can I do a hobbit bard? On the fly rerouting. See if I can get 18 dexterity and some hit points there. Yeah, that'll work. And finally, we'll take an elf conjurer. There are 4 types of spellcasters in the game. Conjurer and magician you can start as. Sorcerer you need to get at least 3 spell levels, meaning level 5, in one of the other classes, and wizard you need to get 3 spell levels in 2 of the other classes. We'll be going through all 4. I want high intelligence and high dexterity, and it's not giving it to me. It doesn't usually take this many rolls. Now, it looks like it's rolling 3 dice there, if you're familiar with the term d6. You know, that's not what I'd like, with the dexterity only 15 instead of 16, but those hit points and spell points will take it. Okay, and, this will be 6. There we go. Okay, it looks like it's rolling 3d6. In fact, it's only rolling a number between 1 and 8 and adding a racial modifier to it. Okay, the timer will start when I remove the party members from the team. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. First thing we do, we're going to add our rogue fleet and credits right there. Credits finished. No, it's not actually. They just have the credits right across the street from the Adventurers Guild. So we're going to save the game. We're going to be using that quick save a lot. This here is a statue. It's a statue of a samurai warrior. So this gives me a chance to show off how combat works. It works round by round. So we face death itself in the form of a samurai. We can choose to fight or run away. If we run away and fail, the game starts a round of combat as normal. We don't lose our turn for running away. So that will be happening a fair bit. But we're going to fight bravely. And it gives us a list of things. These are all the things that any character can do. Those that are grayed out, obviously, are not accessible to us. This is a rogue, so hide in shadows is an option. That's what we're going to do. Party attack allows you to attack other members of your own team. And attack and defend are basic. Cast a spell for the spellcasters. Bard's song for bards. Use an equipped item if you have an item equipped. Ranged attack if you have a long-range weapon. Kick dead monsters from the party. You can add monsters into the party. You can kick them out using that if they're dead. And you can equip or unequip items as well. So hide in the shadows, 50-50 chance. And if we fail to hide in the shadows, we're going to get hit. There we go. And now we're going to attack foes up to 20 feet away. That's the advantage of hiding in the shadows. You move forward. Also, you remove yourself from the battle line. So you can attack. And then, critically hits. A critical hit in this game is an instant kill. Doesn't matter what does it. So critically hits for 3 points of damage, killing it. Battle's over. We get money and experience. And possibly treasure. And we return to this screen. So this is the town of Scarabray. It's in a grid. We walk along the grid. We're going to break a bunch of statues because vandalism is cool and awesome. And because if I don't break them... See, yeah, this is why I save before everyone. And if I don't break them, they're going to get in my way later. This game uses both the arrow keys and the WASD keys for movement. Come on. The original, of course, WASD had not been established as the standard when the original came out. And this dragon is the main reason I go around breaking the statues. And we didn't have arrow keys on either the Apple II or the Commodore 64. So we used I, J, K, and L. Fun fact. So I advanced there accidentally because I hit the wrong button. Advancing is when enemies are not at 10 feet away. Oh my goodness. Come on, Fleet. When enemies are not 10 feet away, you can advance towards them. There we go. And get them closer. Enemies further than 10 feet away can't be attacked in hand-to-hand combat. There are ranged attacks and spells, obviously, that can hit out that far, and the rogue can hit further away from the party when she is hidden. There we go. Take out a couple Ochre Lords. Now we're doing this strictly for experience. Finds a lamp. That's nice to find. It will light up the darkness. And there's 2 more statues we can break. We will only break at most one of them, possibly none of them. And what we'll do with the other statue is we will do what the French call a death warp. Alas, your party has expired and gone to Adventurer Heaven. And this caption, sorry bud. We end up back in the Adventurers Guild, where we can add our other 2 party members. And Fleet, you'll see, has a little yellow arrow there beside her name. We'll heal the party. This is the Thief Temple. They heal rogues for free. So, no cost there. Fleet has that little up arrow. That little up arrow indicates that Fleet has enough experience to level up. Ellie, out of curiosity, you can answer in chat. I'm watching chat. We're going to save scum here, but I've got 3 choices of instruments. Between flute, harp, and mandolin. What's your favorite? And while you get that information to me, I am trying to get a high bonuses at level here on my disarm and hide in shadows skill. That's good enough. Defo flute. All right, it shall be a flute. Now, I want good bonuses on my disarm and hide. Oh my goodness. I work with flute players a fair bit. I have a very good friend who's a flute player. Hey, the save scumming normally doesn't take this long. 5 and 5 are unacceptable. It's a number between 4 and 11. It's a bonus of 3 on a 1 to 8 roll. There we go. Aye, come on. And it's only a bonus of 3 because we rolled for 18 dexterity. We'll take that. I don't like taking it that low, but I do actually want to get on with the game. Yeah, thanks, Golden Flame. You're absolutely right. We'll take the low hide in exchange for high disarm. No. Yeesh. I hope not all my leveling save scumming is this bad. Yikes. It was rough getting a spellcaster out too. Ay. 4 and 8, come on. 7 and 10. No, I can't take a 6. I need high disarm. No. Wow. I can't take a 4 in hide in shadows. I need both those numbers to be real high. Oh my goodness. No, I can't take a 4 in hide in shadows. There we are. Yeah, okay, we'll accept that. Disarm traps at 89 and hide in shadows at 84. Okay, fine, because we have to actually get on with this. We're going to stop by the bar here. We're going to have Fest purchase a wineskin. And then equip it. Along with the lamp. We're going to head back this way. This is Garth's Emporium here. At Garth's equipment shop. We can buy equipment here, unsurprisingly. We're going to buy a mace. We're going to buy some leather armor. Helm. Leather gloves. And a buckler. And we'll go to Fest. I'm going to purchase broadsword. scale armor, a helmet, leather gloves, and a flute, as requested by Ellie. And we'll go to 6, pick up a staff, robes, leather gloves. That's it. You might have noticed as I was doing that, their armor classes were going down. This is a game based on the original D&D rules. And here's some music. So armor classes, lower armor classes are better. And now we begin the grind. We're not going to fight 7 barbarians. 3 hobbits in the meanwhile. Sorry, Pippin, we don't have a ring for you. And I will quick save after every fight. Yeah, this is the Bodder Kilnfest. There are 6 songs to play. This song is called the Bodder Kilnfest, and ooh, that might be tough, but we'll try it. You'll notice after every round of combat, there's a little orange flash over my character's hit points, over my character's bars there. And their hit points go up by 1. That's what the Bodder Kilnfest does. We're going to reload because I don't want 6 to die. Gnomes it is. Two kobolds. No kobolds. No. And here's the temple again. We'll just heal up here. Thank you. 3 magicians. Easily murdered. 8 barbarians will kill us badly. I would like to get through these mad dogs, so we'll use a little bit of spells. Mad dogs don't hit too hard, but there's a lot of them. I don't know what's got them so angry, possibly that I'm throwing fire at them, but they're worth a lot of experience. And now that Fest and Six both have a level up to take, we're going to go take a level. Begin the save scumming once more. Nope. I want 6 especially to get dexterity and intelligence, especially dexterity right now. Yeah, we'll go for dexterity first. Dexterity, there are 5 stats. Strength affects how much damage you do in combat. Constitution gives you hit points at level. Luck determines how likely you are to hit with magic and how likely you are to be hit by magic. Intelligence determines magic points at level, and dexterity has a bunch of little effects. When you go in combat, when you or how good your armor class is. We're going to take that. We're not going to take 8 hit points. Come on, Fest, you can do better than that. There we go, 16 hit points and a point of constitution to go with it. Fantastic. Alright, and off we go. Back to the grind. This being a good RPG speedrun, we are going to grind so that we can get to a better grind, so that we can get to a better grind after that. And the goal is to get to, the end of the game. But ultimately you grind so you can grind in a better place, so that you can grind in a better place, and oh yeah, you'll be accomplishing things on the way. The goal, of course, is to kill Mangar, who has frozen the countryside with his spell of eternal winter, making life unpleasant for everyone. I don't know, I look around the streets of Skarabrae and I say, that's what you call winter, but alright. Six hobgoblins should be killable. So yeah, if there are any questions about the game, please feel free to ask. I'm about the only one who speedruns this at the moment, so I would be happy to have other people join me. There are a bunch of different fighter classes. Whoops. We've got our levels, so we'll go and get those. There's warriors who are just kind of your straight up fighters. Paladins who get some special items and some magic resistance. Monks who are good bare-fisted, but have and get a bunch of armor class advantages at level. There we go, we're definitely taking that. Now you see the little star beside Six's name. Spell acquiring. So to get level 2 spells, they charge you money. But I want level 2 spells. In fact, I want level 7 spells for Conjurer, because that's got the spell Apport Arcane. You get a new spell every every odd level. You get a new level of spells. So yeah, there's also the Hunter as a fighter type. Gets, again, some items that other types can't use, but also gets the ability to do critical hits as part of their attack. They don't get multiple strikes like paladins and fighters, but they get just critical hits, straight up. By the end of the third game, you're expecting your fighters to attack, to kill with every attack, to kill one target. You kind of need them to. And anyway, by the end of the third game, your main damage is being done by spells anyway. Fleet has a level, and that's great. So you also notice that Fleet has a 95% chance to hide in shadows. The game actually caps that at 95. There's an item later on that can push that to 100, but the way the hide in shadows chance works, it depends on where you are in the game, like what position, what part of the game world you're in. So right now, in the main world, her hide in shadows chance is 84. So in Skarabrae, which serves as a hub as well as your town, it's whatever your hide in shadows chance is plus 20%. Like straight up plus 20, not plus 20%. And again, caps out at 95. Okay, so now I need to keep track of where I'm at. 35. I'm going to 5,000 experience. So roughly 36. 37. Last area of the game, I think, is like minus 50 or something like that. It gets pretty low. 38. What I really want is a Thief Dagger, which gives me a 20% bonus and then uncaps it, so I can always hide in shadows. Because that critical hit skill that Fleet has is going to be extremely useful. About 4,000. One of the other things that's interesting about this game is it sort of happened before we decided that boss-type characters are going to be immune to all sorts of status effects. So you can kill a lot of bosses with, like, petrification or instant death spells, or, say, critical hits from a hunter or a thief jumping out of the shadows. Darn it. Now, have you ever played the original, 43? Oh my goodness. If you play the version for Apple 6, or Apple II, or Commodore 64, you will notice very quickly that thieves do not have the jump out and attack with the part of the hide in shadows skill. That only came along in the third game of the series. Oh, wow. They're just piling on the spellcaster. Yeah, 45.90, okay. 46, basically 47. So yeah, in the first game they did have hide in shadows, but it just took them out of the battle round. It didn't give them the ability to strike from the shadows or anything like that. This should put us where we need to be. Come on. Get dead. Thank you. And there we go. 5,000 experience. I need to make sure 6 has dexterity 18 coming into this. Nope. Nope. Okay, there we go. Save that. Fleet. No! Honestly, it usually doesn't take this long to save scum these things. We'll take that. Yow. I'm not taking... Thought of the main character in Little Nightmares. I don't know that I'm familiar with that. Spell acquiring. There we go. It's this one here that we want. War Strike. Causes a spray of energy, sizzling a group of opponents. That makes a difference. Okay, now we head back to the guild, and we put Fleet and Fest away for the moment. Means we don't get our jaunty flute tune, but... Oh, shoot. I need to go buy some torches. There we go. So we're going to order a drink. Now, this is the only place in town that serves wine. And when you order wine, the barkeep says, go down to the cellar and pick out a bottle. We're just going to use a torch. The wine cellar is dark. We can't see anything. And while I could try to navigate in the dark, and I could do it, why, if I don't have to? Going to run away. Take the stairs down. And as soon as we go up here, we will always find a group of 6 spiders. And War Strike will usually kill them all. I'm going to trap zap it to get the gold and money. And now instead of the small amount of experience we were getting up in our usual grinding spots, we're now getting 900 per fight. And it costs us 2 magic points to trap zap the treasure chest, to open it without triggering a trap. Yikes, that was not a particularly good War Strike. But this is why dexterity was important, in order to get 6 to have the first attack in the round of combat. So that the War Strike can go off and hopefully kill those 6 spiders before she starts to get pummeled. Exit the tavern. We've got to level up. We're going to go to the review board and claim that level up. Also got a pack full of items. Sell a bunch of stuff off. Can only carry 40 items total. Now we just want spell points. Beyond that, I don't care. We're going to head over here. This is the Temple of the Great Gods. We're just going to heal here. Incidentally, this is the Temple of the Greatest Gods, and across the way over here is the Temple of the Greater Gods. This is Roscoe. Roscoe sells magic points. So, he just recovers our spell points for us for a charge. And now we go back to some spider extermination. What I'm looking for is my next level of spells. So level 4 spells gives gives a conjurer the spell Elix Instant Wolf. And the Instant Wolf is a summon spell. And we are going to make good use of those good boys. Cast War Strike. Now, the original had a form of copy protection, which basically meant that you needed the manual. No, the wrong way for some reason. And that is the spells all have these 4-letter codes on them, so War Strike was WAST. It didn't give you a list of spells you could cast, you had to type them in. And you had to know what you were doing. Because if you typed in a bad code, the game would just waste your turn. So once in a while, I use those codes. I still remember most of them. There, we got our level. We're good. Run away. Exit tavern. Go get my level up, and we'll summon up some good boys. Some puppers. Advancement. Oh, we should save because I want spell points. Yeah, there we go. That's good enough. Helix Instant Wolf. And we're going to cast Helix Instant Wolf. We're just going to travel with... Oh, we're out of spell points. Still lets you cast a spell if you don't have enough points for it. It just doesn't do anything. You might notice 6's spell points are going up. Mages in this game are solar powered. So if they stand in the sunlight, they recover magic points. The game does actually have a day-night cycle. It is currently afternoon. And you can see the sun in the sky. At nighttime, the monsters you fight... Where am I going? I want to go to the catacombs. At nighttime, the monsters in the city get more dangerous. So yeah, there's the Temple of Great Gods, Greater Gods, and Greatest Gods. Here is the Temple of the Mad God. We need to know the Mad God's name to get in here. We're going to cast a spell called Trap Zap. You can see it go off there. There was a trap there. It isn't there anymore. Where do I want to go? I want to go after the skeletons. They're up here. You face death itself in the form of 66 skeletons. They're going to kill a bunch of wolves, though. As long as I get my second spell off before they go, we're all good. And there's 7,000 experience points. I'm going to summon up some new puppers. So yeah, rather than doing tens at a time, or when I went to take on the spiders, was doing 900 at a time. Now I'm doing 7,000 at a time. I'm not taking 5 spell points. I'm not taking that sort of nonsense from you. 6 I'll accept. Spell points are 1 to 4 plus your intelligence bonus. My intelligence bonus is 4, so... The catacombs. Back down and go after the skeletons. And then next level, we get an even better spell for clearing out groups. Which will allow us to take a different group. 4 strike. No, I need you to go first. Close enough. Samurai figurine. Cool, that's something I don't have to use magic on. I can just use it to summon a samurai. And we got another level. So the way the game does melee combat, the first 4 characters can be involved in melee combat. The back 3 cannot. I'm not taking your 4 points. Give me at least 5. Give me at least 6. Come on. Give me an upper half of the roll. Give me an upper half of the roll. So only your first 4 characters can be involved in hand-to-hand combat, which means that 6 is completely safe from combat right now. And we got a bigger spell. Shock Sphere. Just escape too quickly. So with luck, Shock Sphere should be able to eliminate most of a group in one go rather than 2. Oh, there goes my torch. And again, I could fumble my way around in the dark, but why? Doesn't speed anything up, and it just annoys me. 45 zombies. Shock Sphere. See? Skeletons were worth 7,000. This is worth 20,000. I still go after the skeletons. As they're on my way. And a wolf finished off one, thank you. Where am I now? 56,000 experience. Okay. I'm looking for 115,000 experience. Oh yeah, scales very quickly. A bard sword, that's fantastic. So, when a bard uses music, like you heard earlier, when the bard is using music, they consume, essentially like magic points, they have a number of songs they can use per day. Or they have a number of songs they can use, full stop. No, it's not per day. This isn't Dungeons and Dragons. even though it might use similar mechanics. They have a number of songs they can use before they have to take a drink. And that number is equal to 1 song per level. With a bard sword, that limit is removed entirely. So the bard essentially has limitless magic points now. And I can cast my trap zap here up through the wall. The map wraps around. Bard songs, yeah, there's 6 that we got. I was using the Bowder Kilnfest earlier. Ooh, a harp. Yay. A lot of the stuff you find here is just the same stuff you can buy. But yeah, I'll explain the Bard songs as I use them, but they all have... the Bard songs are generally buffs and beneficial effects. Where is my experience at? 115,000. Perfect. That'll get us to level 13, which will get us 7th level spells, and gives me Apport Arcane, as well as Summon Slayer. There's an 8. Class change, Sorcerer. So we're going to kick out these good boys. We're going to let them go free. We're going to cast Instant Slayer. What's a Slayer? The name speaks for itself. So you notice that armor class, minus 15. Slayers actually were created for the second game. There's really not much in this game that can do a lot to them. At least not directly. So we're also going to use another spell we got there, Apport Arcane. We can go north 8, east 11, and up -1. We cannot actually apport here. Mr. Angry Skull is telling us something's wrong. We cannot apport or phase door on this level. So Mr. Angry Skull was an addition for this version of the game. Dock sphere, please. 99 skeletons. 99 bags of bones on the wall. An unidentified instrument. That could be really useful. Could also be terrible, but it could be really useful. 36 ghouls. And now we're getting into the real experience. We're just going to let the Slayers finish the work here. Another Bard Sword. $69 whites. Nice. But none of these guys, none of these monsters can get through my wall of, like, ridiculous armor class. A light wand. That is super handy. I'm going to equip that so I don't accidentally lose it. Where am I? I am there. There's a trap beyond this door. There it goes. 99 skeletons. Yeah, so we're basically getting a whole bunch of experience for our spellcaster. Negative 15 AC, that is correct. It's not completely unhittable. Late game stuff can do that much damage. You might have noticed I've lost my auto map. It's because I got teleported. It's okay. I know where I'm going. I have a map. I can put the auto map back up using a magician spell called Scry Sight, but I don't have a magician level yet. $66 zombies. An elf cloak, that's very nice. Apport Arcane costs 15. Okay. Good. Oh, not good. Okay, we're going to have to get out. That's fine. So this is the map. This is the journal. This is an addition for the thing. I can use Apport Arcane and just go straight to... And just click on where I'm going. It's all good. Ran a little low on magic points. Ah, we're at nighttime. Oh, no, it still says afternoon. Okay. Then maybe I can get to the review board and get my levels before it flips. The review board is closed at night. So they will kick me out. There we go. Spell acquiring. There we go. Change class to wizard. And if I stand around here for a couple minutes, they'll kick me out, so. There's the howl. Shop is closed at night. Fortunately, I can step into the Guild of Adventurers, and it becomes daytime the minute I step out. Anyway, we'll put the band back together. Oops. New order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fleet Fest 6, there we are. And we got some fancy new equipment. We'll try and identify this stuff. No, we'll have to take it to Garth's. Mithril Helm, that's nice. Have to take it to Garth's, that's fine. Best. Equip the Bard Sword, please. Thank you. Elf Cloak. Mithril Gloves and Helm. I actually got a pretty decent haul there. Sell off. Actually, we'll identify the stuff. Mithril Plate and a Fire Mandolin. So, Fest. You're going to equip the Fire Mandolin. Just to show you, the game does actually use different... So there's the Traveler's Tune. It lowers my armor class. If I change my equipment to the Fire Mandolin, we're now playing a mandolin. It has different sound fonts. Where that can get really fun is... I don't have anyone who can use Mithril Plate. When I get drums. Okay, we still have something to do here. Descend into the catacombs. We're going to use... we're not going to bother. We're going to cast Apport Arcane. Again, 8, 11, and -1 up. Stairs going down. We're now on the bottom floor. Light one. What's the best way to get there? Yeah, best way is the way it was going. Run away. I tried to run. Like I said, when you try to run, it gives you... We're going to use a luck run. It gives you a normal round if you don't actually make it through. That's not too bad. We're still going to run away. So the song I'm using is the Traveler's Tune. Like I said, it lowers my armor class. So those Slayers now have -18. Run away. Ouch. Got teleported again. This is an anti-magic square. This is darkness right here, so it's just gonna, like, take out my light. But thanks to particle effects in this game, you can light up the room. Wow. Not used to getting attacked there. Combats like that happen on a real-time scale. So if I stand around, I will eventually get attacked. Where the heck am I? How did I miss the door? Okay, through this door is our first boss. King Eldrick, now a creature of darkness. Now, mortal men, I will drink of your souls, he hisses. Remember when I said that Slayers weren't really meant to be in this game? Slayer slashes at a Spectre, critically hits for 93 points of damage, killing it. Yeah. We're just gonna... We get a glowing eye. We get teleported back to the stairs, and from here we can Apport Arcane our way out of here. 8, -11, and +1. And we go. Hey, we're gonna swing by Roscoe's and re-energize 6. And this is where we beat the dragon statue earlier. This is Baron Harkon's domain. And instead of going through the dungeon, we're just going to use Apport Arcane to grab a crystal sword here. And take the stairs here. This floor is, again, Mr. Angry Skull up there is telling us that we can't actually go anywhere on this, we can't actually Apport around on this floor. It's a trap in front of us. And here we get smoke in our eyes, which just lowers visibility. Okay, here's a riddle. Answer this riddle to pass. Once man alive, now living death. It drinketh blood and stealeth breath. If anyone wants to take a guess in chat, feel free, because I'm taking some water. If you get it wrong, he says, do you want to try again? Sure. Once man alive, now living death. It drinketh blood and stealeth breath. It's a vampire! Boom. You can actually attack that guy, too. Oh. Apport Arcane, please. We go 5 north. We go 11 east. And we go up 1. The barracks. Official robes are required. That's what they tell me. So yeah. Official robes are required. We're going to storm in here. The legions of Baron Harkon stand before you, recognizing you as intruders. Death to them, they scream. Intruder alert down here on the... Yeah. The room is filled with 99 berserkers, 99 berserkers at 20 feet, 99 berserkers at 30 feet, and 99 berserkers at 40 feet. Hide in the shadows. We're going to use that fire mandolin just to demonstrate it. We're going to use a spell called Mangar's Mindblade. It is the only spell in this game that affects all groups of enemies. If you're a headset user, I warn you, this sounds a little bit like a machine gun going off. So, here we go. That's the fire mandolin, and here's Mangar's Mindblade. And of course, they can't hit things at minus 18 armor class, so... And now we just have to finish off the last one. And there we go, 337,000 experience and a couple of adamant helms. I don't think anyone can... Maybe the bard can use that. Yep, cool. Better than Mithril. Can't go in here. One more Apport Arcane. 2 steps south. A golden statue of a 15-foot tall warrior. Notice it's missing an eye. The eye levitates from the party and goes into the statue's empty eye socket. The statue comes to life! I love this eye hunger under the statue. The walls shake as the statue stands suddenly, flinging marble everywhere. Gaze at the awesomeness of one mad god. I'm going to advance ahead because I need to be in combat range. And then we just let the Slayers do their thing. Thank you. He petrified one of my Slayers. That's not nice of him. Alright, we're going to disarm that. You're being teleported. Now with the petrified Slayer, we're going to kick that Slayer out. We're going to summon another one. But we're now in the corner here. Unfortunately, I'm feeling a little low on magic points, so we're going to get out of here. We can't actually go back in there. Those gates are locked from the other side. We're going to do that, and we're going to... I should have gone to the guild first. Oh well. Guild was closer, or the review board was closer. This is where we were. Yeah. Kiliaran's tower to the east, and the Iron Gate is locked. Give me some good numbers, please. Thank you. That's fine. I saw a 1 in there. What's that doing? Okay. 6 is going to acquire some spells. Change classes, even though we don't have all the wizard spells. And it is not unusual at all for the spellcaster to have more hit points than anyone else, because the spellcaster goes through, you know, so many levels. Once more we go into Baron Harkon's domain, and all we have to do is go back to where we fought the Mad God, which is 1 north, 1 west, and up 2. Chunks of marble and stone lay chaotically around the room, evidence of an epic battle. A swirling portal of light floats above what looks like chunks of gold. Step into the portal. That is also an adaptation for the update. In the original, you would have had to go and get another eye and fight him again. We're going to change my song to the Seeker's Ballad. It gives me light when exploring and increases chance to hit when we're in combat. We get teleported here. Oops. Hey, we get teleported here. Now I'm standing on a spinner, so if I were to try to turn, I wouldn't know which way I'd end up facing. But I know which way I end up facing when I landed here, so I just have to step off the spinner and go around. You get a lot of hints about that later. We get teleported again, or earlier, later. You get hints about that later? No, you get hints about that as you go through the game. So I use Scry Sight to get my map back up. Get away. I'm going to use Magic Compass to see which way I'm facing. There we go, facing south. That's where I want to be. And I need to talk to this. Say the answer sinister. We go through these long corridors here. When you have the magic compass out, it orients your map too. Normally the map, if you don't have the magic compass, it will switch directions based on which way you're facing. Through this door are always 6 green dragons. They will utterly destroy me. I tried to run away, but it didn't let me. Let's see what happens. Sure. Ah, I beat them. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, through this secret door, we enter the darkness area. We go north 1, west 1, south 1, 2, 3, west 1, north 1, 2, 3 to the wall. Yep. West and then north through here. We got a silver triangle. We got a silver square earlier. Go south to the wall. East, south, west. South, 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 south. East, 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 east. South, 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 south. West, north, west, north, west, west, and then south. If you want to see the map I just traced through, it's this here. South to the wall. There we go. Go away. I don't want to fight I Spies. Through this door is the Crystal Golem. Golem! Exclamation point. It comes to life. Will you fight it? No. Not going to fight it right now. I'm going to change my song. My song is going to be the Wayland's Watch. This makes enemies do less damage in combat. We face death itself in the form of a crystal golem. We're going to let our slayers do some damage. Find a broom. Nice. It comes back to life. Wither staff, we don't need. Okay, we're going to kick out the dead slayers. In fact, we're just going to carry on. So we're just going to kick out all the slayers. And we're going to cast up some very low-level stuff. Wind wolves. Like the instant wolves, except they're illusions, which means that if an enemy doesn't believe in them, they instantly get killed. Crystal statue comes to life. Oh, yeah, we still have to finish this here. Fest has to be equipped with the crystal sword we got earlier. The crystal sword must deal the final blow if we want to win the fight. Here we go. What we're going to do, hide fleet in the shadows. We're going to use the Bard's Song Falcontine's Fury. We do more damage in combat. And we're going to start casting buff spells. Battle skill on Fest. Stay hidden in shadows. We're going to use another Bard's Song, the Seeker's Ballad. We're going to cast Wrath of Valhalla on Fest. These wolves are doing a lot of damage. I don't want them to. Fest slash the Crystal Golem does 97 points of damage. There we go. And it will stay dead. Going to re-equip the Bard Sword. That's it. We needed the Crystal Sword for one fight. We lost our compass there to an anti-magic square. If we were to explore in the darkened area earlier, we would have got the message... can the Bard play Silver Triangle? No, not in this game. We would have got the message to beware the sting at the south... at the end... What is it? Beware the sting at the end south of the serpent's tail. So this is a very serpentine passage. Go away. Ah! This is probably real bad. Run away. So we were told to beware the sting at the end of the serpent's tail. So at the end of the serpent's tail, here's the sting. The door's gone. If you stand there long enough, eventually the door comes back. But you need to be throwing around some serious healing spells to stay alive under those circumstances. Instead, we go here, we get teleported. We have our final walk up the tower. And here's Kiliaran. He says he's not a bad guy. He passed his tests, and he's going to give us the Onyx key so that we can get into Mangar's castle. We get teleported back to the entryway. A Golden Flame Dragon asked me whether or not a bard can play the Silver Triangle. Not in this game. There's a magic triangle in the third game you get to play. And that requires a bard. There is actually a puzzle in this game that to solve you need a bard. But we actually just skipped past it. It's one of those ones that we don't do because we can teleport around. Instant Slayer, please. We'll get my magic points back. And then earlier we ducked down into the sewers. There's actually a full-on 3-level dungeon down there. We're going to trivialize it entirely just by teleporting to the end of it. We're going to go through here. Go through here. Order a wine. Cast Apport Arcane. -6, -5, and -3. Stairs here that go a long way up. And indeed, they take us to this bottom corner of the map down here. This is where we fought the Ogre Lord statue. This is Mangar's Tower. These gates are locked. If I leave, I can't get back in. So this is the entry chamber to Mangar's Tower. A stairwell leads up the first level of traps and terrors. Shall you take the stairs? Yep. And as we have been, we're going to ignore the actual dungeon and go -7, +4, and +1. Now we found a silver square and a silver triangle. 2 shapes yours, one's around. Speak the shape and final found. So if you know back in the day, EA's logo, this was published originally by Electronic Arts, and their logo used to be a silver triangle, a silver square, and a silver circle. So we're going to use Apport Arcane again. We're going to go north 9, east 7. We're going to stay on this floor, because up here, everywhere up here, is we can't teleport to. So, this is floor 3. It's all dark. We're going to cast a Trap Zap. We go 1, 2, 3, cast another Trap Zap. We're going to lose our compass for a moment, but we're going to recast it. 1, 2, 3, cast another Trap Zap. 1. We're going to get rotated. Good, we got rotated to the south. And I happen to know the answer to this. Lie with passion and be forever damned. The stairs have materialized. We get rotated again. Perfect. And when the compass disappears, because I hit the anti-magic square, return south, walk to the wall, save before we fight that, save before we fight this, stairs up. Now, if I were going on to the other games, I would use this opportunity to grind here on these ghouls to get endgame equipment. So I'm going to do that once. Repel Dead, which just does a number on the undead. Dragon Shield to speed boots. Speed boots are brilliant. Basically, if you're wearing speed boots, you're not guaranteed, but very close to guaranteed you'll be able to run away from a fight. Do you have a better shield? No? Good, you're using that. Okay, so in terms of only going for one... Oh, I'm going to cast a locate traps just so I don't accidentally... There's a spinner right here. Yep. It just randomly spins me in a direction. Shape of a skull etched on the floor. We get teleported here. Cast... I said scry sight. Got a trap on the floor there. That's what they looks like when you've got locate traps on. This is a darkness square. Here's a spinner. Spun me the wrong way. There we go. There's a trap ahead of me here. Only use locate traps because otherwise I forget where I'm going. 2 sleeping dragons to continue slumbering. In here there's a final... the greatest son of Odin and Windows 8 is Thor. I get a Thor figurine if I want to use it. And here I get 2 traps for the price of 1 spell. Boom, boom. Run away. And this here is the weirdest square in all of gaming. All of these walls will turn into doors, and all of the doors in the level turn into walls. So every wall square is now a door square. This is where we fought the ghouls. There's now a wall there. And that's needed to get into this section here. Oh, we've got a broom, so we'll use that. It will make us levitate. And we'll go up through the portal. Get teleported here. We get hit here. Death to those who would attack the Mighty One. Smoke in my eyes. Storm Giants and a random fight here. Walk to the end. Step up. And through here is the Dissension Strap. Possession. Possession is one of the statuses you can get. I have the spell Dispossess. It's why I needed to get third level wizard, yeah. And that's the end of that encounter. Run away. Teleport here, and we're going to use Scry Sight to make sure I know where I'm going. Light isn't great, but it works. We've hit an anti-magic square, but I know there's a trap in front of us. There we go. Anti-magic squares don't dispel item-based spells, which is nice. We just step up around that fight, and around this door, and up here. And what do we do with a giant pool of boiling liquid? We're going to dive in. We got a fight here with 4 specters. We just run away. And this hallway hurts me. In addition to the square, circle, and triangle logo, they had a motto. EA had the motto, "We see further." A voice whispers, "You see further. Passage has been granted." Tried to run away, didn't work. Not going to be able to win that. Now we go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to the east. We go north 1, 2, 3 steps. We go east 1, north 1, 2. 1, 2. We cast the Trap Zap. Run away. And this is another thing you get clues about. Spectre Snare. It's a big lasso. Fest is going to use that as a weapon in this final fight. We're coming into the final fight. Alright. We actually got a pretty decent distribution of equipment this time. We go in with the Luck Laren, which is an anti-magic field. It's not perfect, but it's helpful. We're going to use a couple of regeneration spells. Full heals. This fight always goes terribly. I will get beaten up very badly. It's okay. You stand in the antechamber of Mangar the Dark, evil archmage of Scarabray. Mangar glares at you with deep hatred. "Die, mortals!" he screams. With a wave of his hand, a few close friends drop by. They don't look like a fun group. You face death itself in the form of 2 demon lords, 3 vampire lords, and Mangar at 50 feet. Well, we're going to fight. Hide in the shadows. That's going to be what wins it for us, if anything does. We're going to use that Spectre Snare on a Demon Lord. And we're going to cast... We don't have anti-magic, do we? No, we don't. We're going to cast... Invisibility spell. Yeah, see, the Slayers just get wasted. It's okay. Hide in the shadows. Use the Spectre Stare on the other Demon Lord. Kick the dead party members. That didn't work at all. Hide. Use the Spectre Snare on the Demon Lord. There we go. That's the end of that. Now we attack Mangar at 50 feet. Instantly kill him. Hide in the shadows again. Instantly kill the Demon Lord. Hide in the shadows. Kill the vampire. Kill the vampire. Hide in the shadows. Kill that greater demon so I don't have to keep selecting targets. Hide in the shadows. Kill a vampire. Kill a vampire. Kill a vampire. Hide in the shadows. Kill a vampire. Leave it alone. And it is time. That is it. That is the Bard's Tale. Tales of